I think everybody's up and cooking. Let's see what happens when I hit the go button. Do we actually go? It says we're going. It infers that we're going. Or rather, I infer that it says we're going. It doesn't necessarily mean that we're going, though. Hey, everybody. Just a couple fine tunes here before we get started. This is just tea. All right, so I'm going to assume I sound good and start off with our usual slow morning. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Monday edition of the Mike Meyers Ask Mike Anything live stream. The goal of this live stream is to help those of us who are studying for the coronavirus, opportunity for studying our CompTIA certifications, an opportunity to continue our studies for those of us who are remote learners. So, welcome aboard, and it's good to see you guys. It is Monday. It is still August, isn't it? August 29th. Yeah, my birthday is coming up this Thursday. It's my birthday in 3 days. Happy birthday to me. It's my birthday, the happiest day of the year. Yeah, big 6-1 for me, kids. How's that for terrifying? Yeah, that's definitely happening. All right, well, anyway, we always like to start slow on these things because nobody shows up for the first 10 or 15 minutes. So I always tend to go real slow at first here just to make sure we get a quorum in here because like right now we have like 11 people. So love you guys, but we need a few more than that. But while we're in here, let's see who's on. Muhammad's in here. Good to see you. Ali's here. TD Washington's here. Tolowit, Johnny 5, Savage Cabbage. Hey, Savage Cabbage. Yeah, people start logging in now. Tolowit, I am catching up. I recently turned 54. God bless you. Did I say Daniel Klein already? I forgot. Hold on. Give me 1 second here, folks. I've got a lot of security cameras, and so people are running around. I got a new trash compactor today, which I desperately needed. My old trash compactor was junk, Junque. So I got a new one finally. I'm excited about that. So my old do you guys know what a trash compactor is? Is this just an American thing? It's an appliance and you put garbage in it and it squishes it for you. So I only use like 2 little plastic bags of trash for an entire week. But it's very old. My trash compactor is at least 50 years old. So I was surprised it lasted as long as it did. So I got a brand new shiny one. It's very shiny, so I like it. That's right, because I'm an American and we like to squish our trash. So anyway, got to go do the registration thing for my new thing. You know how that goes. Got to go through these processes. All right. So anyway, I'm glad that's in. Miss Tara's been very helpful getting all that stuff up and cooking this morning. And here I am ready to go. So guys, basically here's the rules how this AMA works. You ask me questions and I answer them. You can see here and you have your chat window here in YouTube. I'd recommend where at the top where it says top chat, go ahead and hit that pull down and set it to live chat. That gets the algorithm out of the way and a little bit easier for me to see what everything's going on. And of course, if you don't already, where it says live chat, your 3 dots on the right, go ahead and click on that and toggle your timestamps to make sure you got a timestamp on, because that can be helpful as well. Patricia Grace, hey Patricia, good to see you mine. Vegas Brent, what are ports? They're a flower dying in the desert. Not the ones you can physically put a cable into, but ports like da-da-da-da. I know what they do, but what are they? A port is a number. What is your address of your house? I know what the address of your house is, but what is it? It's an arbitrarily chosen value that decides that this is the physical location of your house based on some amount of standards. And a port number is nothing more than something that's embedded into a packet that lets you know where that data is supposed to go to. Remember, the IP address gets your data to the right computer. The port number gets it to the right application. So that's all it is. I almost want you to ask me more questions, Vegas Brent, because it's like you're asking for something more. Is it really just that easy? Yes. Sometimes it's just that simple. Are they representations of ports through software? No, they're. You asked for a definition of port, but you use the word port in the definition. Uh, no, it's a nerd. It's a nerd. It's a number that we use to correlate different types of applications to work together, and it's just used to get data to the right machine. That's its only real function. Alrighty. So, Vegas Brent, if that's not a good enough answer for you, then by golly, feel free to ask again. And we can always ask your question a few more times until we get it the right way. Peter Hunt. Besides identifying your traffic, is there another reason to tag traffic transversing a switch? No. Generally, the reason you're tagging data transversing a shift, and when you say tagging, that means VLANs to me. And the whole idea behind if you have a trunk line that has multiple VLANs going through it, you have to have some way to identify what's going through that trunk line. Now, once, like you say, you set a port number directly to be, VLAN 12, then everything, there is no reason for tagging because everything goes through there. Everybody's talking to you right now. Talking. All right. Then they make shoes. Oh no, what is David talking about? Volumes? I don't know. David, you're strange sometimes. All right. Besides identifying your traffic, I mean, the only reason you tag traffic in a VLAN is because it's traversing a switch. Traffic that is not traversing a switch doesn't get a tag. Bearded IT Dad, hey man, how's it going? Ollie, I'm on vacation having fun watching you live at the beach. Are you sure that this is the best use of your time? You should be getting out there having some fun, young man. Got all kinds of stuff going on. I gotta tell you, man, having a super high-end camera pointing at your front door, I can just keep track of things. Savage Cabbage, what would be the best way to protect data in a laptop? MDM solution or full disk encryption? I hate the fact that you give me those two choices. I mean, if the MDM solution was a good quality solution, then that would be great, right? Because that MDM solution might include full disk encryption. You don't know. It's MDM. It's up to them in terms of how they're going to be doing stuff. But you say a couple of things. Number one, it's a laptop. And because I treat a laptop pretty much like a desktop that I can carry around, I tend to use external drives and such for backup, because I don't trust anybody at all. If I need things backed up, I use thumb drives, or if it's a lot of data, I'll use an external hard drive. But I wouldn't even consider that a backup of the system. A system backup's a different animal, where you're going to be using snapshots and things like that to get an idea of the state of your system. So if you gave me those two choices, Savage Cabbage, I'd go with MDM solution, but I'd first want to take a good hard look at that MDM solution, make sure it's a quality one. And then full disk encryption. Full disk encryption is a way to protect data. Yeah, I mean, full disk is a good thing. Full disk encryption has an argument too. I could go either way with what you've given me there. What's your take on the Google IT support certs? I haven't seen any any traction on it. So, yeah, Vegas Brent, this Vegas Brent, it's questions like this that are designed for the Discord channel. Okay, if you don't know about it, do be aware that we have a wonderful Discord channel. The Discord channel is Dave has it posted up there somewhere. If he doesn't, he will shortly. But do check out the Discord channel, especially for a question like this where it needs a little bit more depth. Also, while you're looking into the chat windows, you might want to double check and see if you're not friends with me on LinkedIn. You should probably go ahead and do that. Let me go ahead and copy that down. So this is Dave would do this if I didn't, but I'll do it anyway. So this is my LinkedIn profile. Definitely a place you should be connecting with me, or at least following me at the very least. I've been leaning more and more on that as of late. Yeah, so Bearded IT Dad, I just haven't had much luck with the Google support certs as of yet. They've been around for a little bit. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Patricia's like, Google IT support does not follow CompTIA. Yeah, Google IT support ain't CompTIA, Patricia. They're different. They got their own thing. They have a different OSI. Oh, that's terrifying. There's about 9 or 10 different OSI models. If you include some of the TCP type models too. They advertise job help, but I didn't find it useful. So this is the thing. Like, part of the reason I got into CyberNow Labs was, if you're going to provide training, there's a certain point where you ought to consider providing placement services. I've never done that with Total Seminars. I mean, I've done it on a casual basis, but never serious. But with CyberNow Labs, because you are putting in $6,800, they have an entire placement organization. So I don't know what Google was doing, but with CyberNow Labs, when you get out of their program, you're going to have a lot of people. I mean, they're not going to write your resume for you. If you lack the motivation to write your own resume after going through a course like CyberNow Labs, then you probably shouldn't have gone in the first place. But more importantly is that it's they have a bunch of professional folks who they'll stick with you like glue. And they will help you get a job. It's interesting because with CyberNow Labs, the number one thing that's most important to me is placement percentages. So, we need to be around 90% in my opinion, and right now we're not there. And it's not so much that people can't get jobs. It is surprisingly the large number of people who don't want to get jobs, who won't work at, getting their resumes together and all that. We're not talking about particularly challenging situations here. It's just NYP is the term we're using, not yet placed. I think there'd be on a term, it's like, I don't understand why people would drop money into a program like this and not immediately look for work. It was strange. We're fixing it, though. Not a big deal. No, guys, believe it or not, this is just tea. If I get the light just right, you can see it's tea and not... Yeah, swear to God, just tea. So, keep a couple of teas. I got a hot one here. Also, do keep in mind, guys, just because you're nice enough to show up, we're selling combinations of all of our popular bundles of ebook and practice questions, whichever ones you want, A+, Net+, Security+, so many others than that. And what you need to do is, in order to take advantage of this deal, just head over to www.total7.com. Just check out the old merchant area, and let's say you're interested in Net Plus. Get a Net Plus book, ebook, not the physical book. Get the Network Plus ebook. Get the Network Plus practice questions, what we call the Total Tester. That's our in-house term, and put those in your cart before you check out. in the discount code, put in Faraday, Faraday. And I'm sure there's something that has to do with electricity, given it's Faraday. And Dave Rush enjoying commending these types of things. But anyway, you get 50% off. It's an amazingly good deal. I cannot recommend it enough. It's a great deal. Walmart programming jobs, huh, Patricia? I almost would wish you'd have kept those. I'd be curious. Yeah, no, sorry guys, not wine, just tea. Chris Aganasanian. Aganison. I'm not going to try anymore, Chris Aganison. Hey, Mike, nice seeing you again. Good to see you too, Chris. Took a few weeks of a break after passing Net Plus to recollect myself. Ready to start Security Plus after complete trifecta. All your help. Good luck to you, man, Chris. Get on her, buddy. You can do it. Ugh. Hang on. Sorry. Almost done. There we go. Okay. I'm done with you, phone. Bearded IT Dad at 215. Do you think an ongoing recession is going to slow down the job market? It'll slow down the job market some. It's not going to slow down the job market much because, in particular, we have such a need for techs right now that we're not going to be able to use that. It's just going to keep going. Yeah, no. Recessions definitely slow down stuff a little bit, but not that much. Honest to Pete. Bearded IT Dad. I haven't heard you talk about rocks with eyes for a while. Well, you've missed them. I've had some. I've definitely had a few rocks with eyes. Not too many recently, thank goodness. I'm on to new memes. No, I'm not. I'm on the same memes I always have. Always have the same ones. All right, guys. So do keep in mind that we started at 2 o'clock, and we run until 3 o'clock, or until the questions run out. And definitely looks like we're having a quieter day today, which is fine. We're allowed to have quieter days. It's not that big of a deal. Nothing. I always have these great ideas for competition, and then I'm like, oh, that's not politically correct. I could get in trouble. I don't say anything. It's not a big deal. We'll do ports. All right, so anyway, guys, we do, as we always do, have a daily competition. This is for 90-day free access to the practice questions of your choice. In order to compete in this, given we have a small group today, looks like it's not going to be that bad in terms of competition. So in order to compete, all you have to do is watch the chat window. I'm going to put down a question, and the first person who writes down the question to my satisfaction is going to win 90-day free access of the practice questions of their choice. A+, Net+, Security+, CYSA, whatever you want. You've got it. Am I going to be watching the launch today? I am not, unfortunately, because I think it was scrubbed until September 2nd, which is going to be when the Artemis launches. Yeah. Am I watching the moon landing? Bearded IT Dad, come on. I wear NASA regalia. I'm always watching space stuff. Never miss it. Yeah, Chris, I know. I'm sorry. I keep messing up your name. One day I'll get there. Sky Herald at 2:20. I just wanted to drop in a chat and thank you. Your videos got me through the A plus and gearing up to take the Net Plus this weekend. Good luck to you, man. Big round of applause. Knock it out. You can do it. I don't want to work today. Man, I don't want to work today. I want to dance and sing. I got more work to do this evening even. So yeah, it's gonna be a busy little day. Busy little day, say the least. I don't know why Artemis got scrubbed. I'm actually kind of curious about that one thing. I don't know what the answer is to that. But we'll check that out later. Those answers are available out there for people who want to have it. All right, I'll tell you what. Let's go ahead and do a competition. All right, so here's how this competition works. Number one, this competition is not fair. Okay, I try to make them fair, but you know, I can only make them so fair. Fuel, Lika. All right. So what's going to happen is I'm going to say a question. Just going to say a question out loud, and then the first person to write it down to my satisfaction is going to win 90-day free access to the practice questions of their choice. How easy is that? So let's go ahead and do that. And I am going to use Vegas Brent. No, those are too easy. All right, let's have a little fun with this one. In fact, I'm going to let this one go for a while. So what I want you to do is I want you to write down port numbers. You ready? Now be careful. I don't necessarily want to know what they're associated with or anything because I know what they all are. But I want you to write down as many port numbers as you can that are associated with email. Write down as many port numbers as you can that are associated with email. I can easily think of 7 off the top of my head. So how many? Geez, Dave, what did I say? How many? You know what? I'm going to say nothing. Write down the most number of port numbers. Don't just write down one port number, Ron. I want to see a number of port numbers. I want to see a list of port numbers. And every one of those port numbers has to be associated with mail. Jim Barron, I contend that 443 and port 80 are not mail port numbers. Those are HTTP and HTTPS. Yes, there is web-based mail. I agree, but I want it. All right, Ron, you got time. Nobody's got the right answer yet. Daniel Thibodeau. Johnny 5, I don't want words. I want to see port numbers. I can quickly think of 7 port numbers. There you go, Jim. Now you're on the track of what I was looking to see. I want to see some more of these, though. Nobody has the right. Well, I'm you know, Bearded IT Dad has 5 answers, but he's passed. So, folks, when people pass, that means they've won a bunch, and they don't want to. They want a newer person to win. So, especially newer people, here's your opportunity. Come on, man, let's do this. Nobody as of right now has a sufficient answer for me. 995 and 993. I'm giving you guys more time. I'm just 2525 is a port number. It has to do with mail. Oh, it sure is. SMTP. It's an alt SMTP port. I forgot about that one. But keep in mind, we've got a lot of people who have answers out there already. Is 993? I always forget. Is 993 a legit port? 993. port 3. Negative there. IMAP over SSL. That's it. Okay, good. All right, guys. All right, I'm going to give it to Ron Waba, although there's a lot of pretty close other answers. Chris, I almost gave it to you, but Ron did 6 answers, whereas you didn't do as many. Peter Hunt, and he's a pass anyway. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and give this one. Who did I say? I forgot already. Chris Agana Sassiani, never going to be able to pronounce your name right. So, Chris, congratulations to you. You, sir, have won a 90-day access to the Total Sester practice questions of your choice. Chris, in order to get your prize, all you have to do, my friend, is send an email to my buddy Dave Rush. Dave Rush, or Dave R at Total7.com. In that email, be sure to put in your YouTube name, put in your email address in the body of the email, and then tell us which exam you want. And congratulations to you. Well done, sir. Ron Lama Waiba. Ron Lama Waiba. All right, 227, Bearded Rob. Mike, I'm trying to study CompTIA. Okay. I've only worked EMS, and your teaching is great. Glad you like it. I understand it and feel confident in my studying. Good. IT isn't that complicated, is it? Just studying part 2 of the course. Good on you, man. Well done. Oh, I've been saying Ron Waiba about all kinds of stuff. Didn't Mike say Ron Waiba? Did I say Ron Waiba? God dang it. Dave. Shoot. All right. Sorry, Dave, you're going to have to give 2 prices. Yeah, we're going to have to give away 2 prizes. Chris, never be able to pronounce your last name, starts with no. That's 1 winner, and the second winner is Ron Waiba. I am sorry. I did make that mistake. Sorry, Dave. We got 2 this time. Yes. Here, let me get that in there. Everybody's typing in the back street. You said a different name. All right. I got it fixed. All right. And here we go, Ron. Be sure to send an email to Dave Rush. That's Dave R at Total7.com. I'm sure Dave will put that in there, too. Yeah. All right, well done. And guys, do keep in mind, we have these competitions all the time. So not only do we have the competitions every Monday and Wednesday for the Mike's AMA, but when Dave Rush AMA, DRAMA, or Drama, when Dave does his thing, he also is giving away free practice questions. As you can see, we're pretty lightly attended. So it's easy to win around here, folks. Just show up, man. Komaki 1, just passed my core 1. Working on, good luck, man. Do it. Do it. All right, so it's 12:30. We're already in a competition. Guys, are we having a short day today? Throw out some, guys, I am here for you. Ask questions. Do keep in mind that we have our Discord channel. I think Dave Rush already put a link for that. You should check out our Discord channel. There's, hundreds of people in there now. It's a great one. Yeah, Chris, I'm giving it to everybody. We good. Jim Barham, question on 110 and port 143. What would you like to know about 110 and 143, Jim Barham? I will be happily talk to you about that. Is an M2 SSD compatible with all systems? No, Neil, an M2 SSD is only compatible with systems that have M2 SSDs in there. So, not all systems run M.2s. Most of them do these days, desktops, laptops, but not all of them. Okay, so Jim Brown wants to know, is port 110 and 143 email? Sure, yes. 110 is going to be POP3, and then port 143 is going to be IMAP. So yes, Jim, those are. Chris Kent, what is my email? Here's my email if you guys ever want that. My email is michaelm@total7.com. My personal email is desweds@protonmail, but to be honest with you, Uh, no, don't use my private. Just use my work one. Just the Michael M at TotalSem.com, and I'm always here and always glad to answer questions whenever. All right, guys. So I guess we're having a short day today. That happens sometimes. Uh, Dave, did you put a post up for the Discord channel so people can join in on the Discord channel? I don't see it. I think Dave got just about everything else up there. Yeah, guys, you can get an adapter for anything to make it work, but I don't think that was the spirit of the question. There we go. Thanks for putting that Discord channel up there, Dave Rush. I sure do appreciate it. All right, guys. So, wait a minute. Daniel Thibodeau, is an SSD external enclosure that much slower than M.2? Yeah, because you really got to be careful not to say M.2. Because the M.2 connector supports two very different but important protocols. M.2 is going to support both PATA, goodness, did I really say that? It's going to support SATA, like an old school SATA drive, and it can also support NVMe. NVMe is much faster than, see, you just say external. You can't say external like that. Is it a USB 3.1 external? Is it a, FireWire? I don't know. So, Daniel, you cannot say, is an SSD external enclosure that much slower than M.2? Because you didn't tell me what kind of connection the SSD enclosure is using. You can get an eSATA SSD enclosure that will run at basically the same speed as a SATA drive. But that's not what we usually see, because normally when we're talking about external drives today, more often than not, we're talking about high-speed USB, more often than not. All right, guys, it looks like we're wrapping up a little early today. No big deal. Do keep in mind that Dave Rush will be on this Thursday. Also keep in mind this Wednesday, Steve Nicholson, the new face of the Total Seminars A+, is going to be talking with us. So that's going to be 2 days from now. You really don't want to miss this one, guys. Steve is a hoot. He's full of energy. He's not that much younger than me, believe it or not, but boy, he looks good. He looks marvelous, darling, marvelous. And so do come. I'll see you here on this Wednesday, right here, same time, same Total Seminars channel, and it should be a lot of fun. Hold on, another question snuck in. M.2 is the form factor, SATA and NVMe are the interfaces, right? So it's the same kind of physical connector, but if there's a notch on one side of the M.2, it's eSATA. I'm sorry, SATA. If there's a notch on the other side, it's NVMe. So M.2 is the form factor. No, I would say M.2 is an interface. Always tricky. Always tricky. Did I make a 60s reference? 60s Batman reference? Didn't even mean to. All right. Listen, guys, I am out the door. Be sure to show up this Wednesdays and meet Steve. He's a great guy. You're going to like to meet him. He actually is contractually obligated to be showing up on a lot of this stuff. So let's get to meet him and drag him on board. He's an absolutely fantastic guy. So I am out the door, guys. Until then, I will be working away. I will see you guys on Wednesday. This is your Uncle Mike saying bye-bye. I'll see y'all later.